Well, Texas Republicans, I'm sorry. Good morning, America. Well, Texas Republicans, I have good news and I have bad news. Which one do you want first? Well, the good news is, as of right now, the new Big Beautiful Map is back into play after the Supreme Court issued a temporary stay on November the 21st around 6 o'clock. They came back today, which is December the 4th, to approve the emergency stay. So the Big Beautiful Map is back. But what about the bad news? Well, the bad news is that you've lost your biggest flex. I am not running with the GOP in 2026. This year, 2025, I am most famous for telling everyone why I refuse to go to hell with Democrats. And in this video, I'm going to cover why I am refusing to run with the Texas GOP. Your Honor, in my hand, I hold Exhibit A. Exhibit A is a time-stamped cash receipt from the Texas GOP. It's time-stamped for November 21st of 2025 at roughly 4:45 p.m. Now, I didn't get to Austin at 4:45 p.m. No, I had been calling them for hours. I had to call them 5 or 6 times just for them to unlock the door. It's very efficient. I promise you, you can go on Amazon and buy a Ring camera and use double-sided tape to stick it to the side of the building, and that would be more efficient than what they have going on at the Texas GOP. But let's move on. The issue that I bring forth in the court today is the fact that on 11/21, we were on the old maps. You see, on the 18th of November, the panel of judges blocked the new congressional map. They blocked the Big Beautiful Map, reverted us back to the 2021 maps, putting District 33 within 2 counties. Whenever you have more than 1 county in a congressional district, you have to go down to the state level, and that's exactly what I did. I took $3,125 in my application to the Texas GOP. I made it abundantly clear that no matter the old map or the new map, that I'm sticking with District 33. Because they said, well, we feel like something's going to happen. And even Abraham George said himself, I know a lot of people, y'all don't know who he is. We're going to touch on that in just a second. Even Abraham George himself said that candidates shouldn't be waiting around for judges to decide which map we're going to use. So from the 18th to the 21st, we were on the old map. And whenever you have more than 1 county in your congressional district, you have to go down to the state level. So that's what I did. But somehow, some way, a few days later, the Texas GOP decides to reject my application. It was a temporary stay, but regardless of what the Supreme Court did on the 21st, it wasn't before my application was submitted. So why am I being punished for literally following the rules, doing everything I was supposed to? And the kicker is, the funny part about all of this is somehow, some way, God set it up to where me and Mark Vesey, if you guys don't know, that's the incumbent. That's a 12, 13-year incumbent in this seat, right? We do the exact same thing on the 21st. We both send our paperwork down to the state level because that's what we were supposed to do. That was the proper filing authority at the time of submission. Mind you, we did it on the exact same day. And somehow, his paperwork went through, approved. His status shows he's officially in the primaries. So why was mine rejected? And I tried to resolve it with Abraham George is the idiot immigrant that y'all have running the Texas GOP. You mean to tell me y'all couldn't find one natural born American, one natural born Texan to run the Texas GOP? Now, I'm not here to mistreat the foreigner. That's against scripture. Now, what I'm saying is there was a native that y'all could have put in that position. There was a natural born citizen that y'all could have put in that position. I mean, we're the party of protecting American workers, right? He's taking an American job. And here's the thing, if he was good at the job, I wouldn't say anything. I know more than a few immigrants that would be great being the chairman of the Texas GOP. He's not one of them. But I digress. I truly believe that the R in Texas Republicans stands for retarded. Because not only did you retroactively invalidate my application, knowing that at the time of submission, I was at the proper filing authority, I gave you the chance to fix it. Instead of being a real man, instead of a beta man, you decided to take to X or Twitter, whatever you call it, and call me a lazy victim. Now, lazy is something you do know about. You would know about. I mean, I'll cover your track record in just a second, but victim. My first thought was, oh, Abraham, I'll show you what a victim is. But then I thought about it. After seeing Mark Vesey's paperwork get approved, and we literally did the same thing, I said, yeah, I guess I am a victim. So I'll see you in court. But furthermore, let's cover your track record. Because like I told you on X, I've done more for conservatives this year in the state of Texas than any GOP under your leadership. For instance, Abraham, where were you during the redistricting hearings? Where were you doing the dismantle of DEI? Where were you doing the 287G proposals? You see, my ideal Texas GOP chairman, my idea of a proper county chair is to mobilize the community. And they're not doing that. Abraham should be going on a tour, statewide, nationwide, since, this is Texas, mobilizing the GOPs. I mean, and really activating them because they're not doing a good job. Until the GOP acts like Turning Point, you're not going to get too far. You're not, and you're losing my generation. But we're not here to ask for your permission or your forgiveness. And we are refusing to wait our turn. I mean, at the very least, you would think that the GOPs would set out to, if not set the narrative, at least counter the narratives that Democrats are setting for the GOP. I mean, you literally have people like Jasmine Crockett calling us the Klan party. You think the GOP is doing anything to combat that narrative? For the love of God, they won't even send a VDR into District 33. It is like trying to motivate a bunch of sloths. At this point, I'm convinced that Republicans are working with Democrats or are just too prideful to work. And you have to know that the faith without work is, that's just dead, right? They don't want to put in the work. They don't stand for what they believe in. And honestly, if I'm going to be on the front lines in the battlefield by myself, why do I need R next to my name? Oh, were you guys under the impression that the GOP was helping me any? No, you see, I can get the president to post me twice in 1 year, but I can't even get an endorsement from my local GOP. Yeah, no. I can't even get a penny from them. No funding, no volunteers, no endorsement. Because the Republican Party in the state of Texas, they'll whine about closing the primaries before they hold the county chairs accountable for not being supportive through the primaries. Meaning, if your prime directive is to make sure that true conservatives get through the primaries, why wouldn't you endorse them with valid reasoning? Not because that candidate feeds into your pride, but I mean, actual reasoning on why you're endorsing this person. But their excuse is, oh, we don't want to play favorites. But the truth is, you do play favorites, don't you? I mean, imagine being picky and still picking the wrong one. Or at least that's what you did with Sheldon Daniels, correct? Yes, because on top of being a lazy party, you're also corrupt. It's really funny because if you look at the track record in Dallas County with the Republican Party, with the GOP, it's hilarious. Now, a few months ago, you guys may remember Dallas Express covering a DeSoto town hall. Now, at this town hall, I think it was in August, but I'll have to go back and look at the date. But at this town hall, it was nothing but brotherhood from Sheldon Daniels and Everett Jackson. Everett thanked Daniels for helping him through his legal battles. And then Everett announced his run for State District 109. Well, somewhere down the line between that town hall and October 20-ish, Daniels pissed off the GOP. So in return, of course, the GOP decides to pull a viable candidate from one district to challenge Sheldon Daniels in District 30. Now, all eyes are on District 30 because they're trying to get rid of Jasmine Crockett. You know, that's granted. Anybody should want to get rid of Jasmine Crockett, right? The funny thing is, doesn't even look like Jasmine Crockett is going to run for that seat, but I guess we'll have to wait for her announcement on Monday. But regardless, we have vacancies. I'm sorry, not we, because I'm not running as a Republican. The Republican side has vacancies when it comes to elections. We have flooded primaries, yet vacancies across the pond. So if you are a true leader, thinking not with your pride, but what's best for Dallas, these are colored people acting like this, black, brown, and the other kind of brown. It's sad. Seeing black and brown people in charge is one of the reasons why I don't believe in diversity, equity, and inclusion, because I've noticed over time, a lot of the times, that white man that y'all skipped over for the job would have been a million times better than that fresh face you were looking for. It doesn't matter. It doesn't. Your race does not matter. Character does. But when it comes to race, a lot of people don't even know that our county chair is black. They're never in neighborhoods. They never go to District 33. And knowing that District 33 is still blue, why would I put that R next to my name, allowing you to watch me struggle to flip a district with no help? We went from kumbaya and brotherhood at the DeSoto Town Hall.
What Peyton Jackson said, I have to echo it. Yes, illegal immigrants, they do have rights. They have exactly one right, and that is the right to remain silent once they leave across that line. Thank you.
Why doesn't the Republican Party come to the hood more, basically? Okay, all right.
To battle royale. By the time October came around, we were in or witnessing a battle royale. Race really doesn't matter, especially when you have a black man pinning another black man against a black man over pride. Why should I co-sign your chaos? I mean, honestly, why should I? Why should I put R next to my name and give you credit for the work that I have been putting in. But understand that the Jackson campaign has filed a declaration of intent to run as a conservative independent.